welcome. May these words bring you peace. May this moment be a gentle refuge amid the restlessness of the day, a space where you can take a deep breath and remember that something greater is guiding each step, even when the path feels uncertain. Today, I want to talk with you about something simple, yet profoundly deep. Faith. Not the kind of faith we repeat with empty words, but the kind that truly moves mountains, both around us and within us. Living faith is more than believing in what we cannot see. It's feeling that life has meaning even when everything seems silent. It's trusting the seed still buried beneath the soil before it ever sprouts. Living faith isn't passive. It breathes, acts, insists. It's the invisible breath that pushes us forward when fear tries to paralyze us. Many people think faith is the opposite of doubt, but in truth, they coexist. Having faith doesn't mean eliminating doubt. It means choosing to keep going even with it. It's walking through the fog, trusting there's light on the other side. Living faith is built from small acts. Getting up in the morning, doing good without expecting anything in return. Forgiving, starting again. It is the invisible thread that stitches the heart of those who believe to the heart of God. Some say that faith is simply waiting, but true faith is also movement. It isn't a vague wish. It's an energy that transforms. It's like the wind, you can't see it, but you feel its effect on the leaves. When faith lives in the heart, the impossible begins to lose its power, the improbable draws closer, and fear grows smaller. How many times have you found yourself facing a mountain? A loss, a new beginning, an illness, a closed door that wouldn't open? Faith doesn't make the mountain disappear overnight, but it changes how we see it. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" faith teaches us to ask, "What can I learn from this?" And that's when the mountains begin to move, not always outwardly, but within us. A living faith is born from the meeting of fragility and trust. It blossoms when we accept that we can control everything, but we can choose how to respond. It's easy to believe when everything goes well, but faith truly reveals itself in the crossing, when there are no signs, when time lingers, when the ground feels absent. That's when faith stops being a word and becomes life. I remember a simple story. A man planted a tree and for years it didn't grow. Everyone said he was wasting his time, but he kept watering it patiently. In the 6th year, the tree began to grow rapidly and became one of the tallest in the region. What no one saw was that all that time, it had been growing roots. That's how faith works. Silent, patient, deep. Living faith doesn't depend on seeing immediate results. It's trusting the process even without understanding the purpose. When life seems still, perhaps God is just building the roots. And the deeper they grow, the stronger what comes after will be. In daily life, strengthening faith is like training a muscle. It grows through small gestures. When you choose to give thanks even without a reason, when you choose not to complain, when you pause to breathe and surrender. Strengthening faith means making room for the invisible to work. You can start your day with a simple thought. Today, I choose to trust. This phrase, said sincerely, has power. It changes the direction of the mind. It takes us out of control and into surrender. Faith isn't giving up. It's trusting that a greater rhythm is guiding everything. Often we want proof, we want guarantees, we want to know the result before we act. But faith doesn't work that way. It reveals itself in the step taken before certainty. It's when you move forward even without seeing the whole road. It's the act of planting even without knowing if you'll reap. Strengthening faith is also about nourishing the spirit. A mind filled with fear and haste suffocates trust. That's why moments of silence, prayer, contemplation of nature, and inner listening, all of these feed faith. Have you noticed how sunrise is silent, yet it transforms everything? That's how living faith is. It doesn't make noise, but it changes the landscape. And when you allow yourself to feel it, a new kind of peace begins to grow. It's not the absence of problems, but a serenity that comes from within. Faith also shows itself in the way we look at others. When you believe in someone's potential, you're practicing faith. When you choose to see the good in a noisy world, you're spreading light. And each time a person chooses to believe, the world becomes a little brighter. Faith is a seed that grows in the soil of hope. That soil must be tended every day, not with perfection, but with presence. Faith doesn't demand that you never feel weak. It only asks that you never give up. There are moments when faith seems to disappear, when something wounds us deeply, when everything feels meaningless. And that's okay. Faith isn't a straight line. It's a cycle. Sometimes it sleeps, but it never dies. It just needs a breath, a memory, a reminder that you've overcome before, and it awakens again. In that silent awakening, we realize faith is more than a beautiful word. It's a creative force. When we believe, we connect to the energy that moves the universe. We begin to live more consciously, more completely. And the most beautiful thing is that faith doesn't need to be grand. It can be as small as a sigh, as discreet as a candle flickering in the dark. Even small, it shines enough to light the next step. With time, you notice that faith changes how you live each day. It stops being just a feeling and becomes a way of seeing the world. Everything starts to have meaning, even silence, even pauses. Strengthening faith also means trusting in time, knowing that everything blooms at the right moment. There's no point in rushing the process. What's being prepared needs the perfect time to reveal itself. Faith is patient, and that patience is love in motion. Sometimes faith shows up when you simply take a deep breath and say, "I don't understand, but I trust." That's one of the most powerful phrases you can say, because when you trust without understanding, life rearranges itself. It's as if the invisible whispers back, "Now I can act," and then something changes. Sometimes inside, sometimes outside, but it always changes. When we live with faith, we begin to see life through gentler eyes. Frustrations stop being the end of the road and become part of the lesson. Living faith teaches us that even life's no's carry wisdom. Sometimes what didn't happen was exactly what saved us. That's why faith and trust walk together. One gives meaning to the waiting, the other gives strength to the heart. Having faith isn't believing everything will turn out our way. It's accepting that somehow everything will turn out the way it's meant to be. This acceptance isn't resignation, it's wisdom. The recognition that there's a greater purpose weaving our experiences together. When we understand that, the heart relaxes, tensions dissolve, faith expands, and fear loses control. Fear is natural, we all feel it. But it only becomes an obstacle when we let it speak louder than faith. The difference between a life led by fear and a life led by faith lies in focus. Fear looks at what's missing. Faith looks at what's possible. And whatever we focus on grows. When we choose to believe, even amid uncertainty, we become partners with the divine. Faith opens doors that effort alone cannot, because it aligns our will with the greater will. It's like rowing with the current instead of fighting against the river. Faith teaches us to rest in the middle of the storm, not because the storm stops existing, but because we've learned to trust that the boat won't sink. It's a quiet confidence born of experience. The more you go through, the more you realize you are never alone. Strengthening faith is a daily act of surrender. It's looking at life and saying, "Today, I choose to trust, even without understanding everything." That simple choice transforms the heart, because faith doesn't need guarantees, only openness. Sometimes it's in the hardest moments that we discover how supported we've been all along. How many times have you looked back and realized that, somehow, things aligned? That what seemed like a delay was actually protection? Faith is that invisible thread stitching every part of the journey, even when we can't see the full pattern. And there's something beautiful in that. Faith multiplies when it's shared. When you tell your story, when you inspire someone to believe again, you're sowing seeds of hope. And the world needs those seeds. It needs people who, even wounded, keep believing. People who look at chaos and still say, "It's going to be okay." Faith isn't the privilege of a few. It's a spark that lives inside each one of us. Sometimes it seems dim, but all it takes is a breath of love, a kind word, a brave gesture, and it shines again. If you feel your faith is small, remember, it's not the size of your faith that matters, but the size of the heart that holds it. Even a spark can light up the whole night. And when that light begins to grow within you, something shifts. Worries fade, thoughts calm, and a quiet knowing arises that everything is exactly as it should be. That's the serenity of living faith. It doesn't promise a life without challenges, but it does promise the presence of peace. Peace isn't what comes after the storm. It's what you find in the middle of it. When the soul aligns with trust, any place becomes a refuge. Now I invite you to a short moment of silence, a brief guided meditation. You may close your eyes if you wish. Breathe deeply, slowly. Feel the air entering, filling your body, and gently leaving. Imagine a mountain before you. It represents the challenge you face right now, something that feels too big, too hard, too heavy. Don't try to push it away. Just look at it. Observe it calmly. Now imagine a soft light expanding from your chest, your quiet living faith. The light grows, spreads, warms your heart. It doesn't destroy the mountain. It transforms the way you see it. Breathe again. With each inhale, the light expands. With each exhale, fear dissolves. You feel a greater force sustaining you, not from outside but from within, connected to the divine energy that moves the universe. That force whispers, "Trust, I am here." Stay in that feeling for a moment. Feel your body relax, your mind quiet down, your heart open. Now visualize yourself walking toward the mountain, not in haste, but with serenity. With each step, it looks smaller. With each step, the path feels lighter. Because when we walk with faith, life's weight is shared. You realize the mountain was never an obstacle, but a teacher. Every stone along the way was placed there to strengthen your steps, not to stop them. Take a deep breath once more, and as you exhale, feel gratitude for being here, for still believing, for being part of this journey. Open your eyes if they were closed. Notice that the world around you is the same, but within you, something has changed. That's what faith does. It doesn't immediately change the landscape outside, but it transforms how we see it. And when our view changes, life changes with it. Carry with you this feeling of calm and trust. When your thoughts begin to race, remember this moment. Breathe, return to your inner light and repeat. I trust, I am safe, I walk in faith. Faith is an endless path because it's always renewing itself. Today it sustains you. Tomorrow it may be you who sustains someone else. It's a cycle of love that continues on. And maybe when you least expect it, you will realize that the mountain that once seemed impossible is already behind you. And the person who reached the other side is stronger, wiser, and calmer than the one who began the journey. Faith isn't the miracle that changes the world. It is the miracle that changes you. And when you change, the world changes with you. May you move forward with a peaceful heart, knowing that every step is guided by something greater. May faith embrace you, surround you, and inspire you to see beauty, even in uncertainty. And may you always remember, no mountain is insurmountable for those who carry living faith within their hearts.